Hello, and thank you for inviting us to take part in the Suffolk Business Festival. My name is Mary Graham, and I'm a director of First Light Festival CIC, Community Interest Company. And I'm joined by one of my co-directors, Genevieve Christie. So we're going to spend just a few minutes talking about First Light and especially the business opportunities that it presents. So Genevieve, first of all, would you like to just say a little bit about the festival, First Light Festival?
Yes, hi Mary. Well, First Light Festival takes place in Lowestoft, and we came up with the idea for the festival in about sort of end of 2018, and put the first festival on in 2019, really to shine a light on Lowestoft as the most easterly place in the country where the sun rises first,
Yeah.
and to celebrate a town that at that point had been rather sort of forgotten in some ways.
Yeah.
And this work that we were doing in developing the festival was really about changing the narrative around the town at a time when a lot of good things were in the pipeline for it. And so First Light takes place on South Beach, which is a
Beautiful.
fantastic,
Mm,
beautiful expanse of
beautiful.
sandy
Mm,
beach. And it's a very interesting model because it runs non-stop for 24 hours. So it goes from noon to noon on Saturday and Sunday of the weekend closest to midsummer. So this year, that's going to be in 2022, the 18th and 19th of June. And it's a free access multi-arts festival,
mhm.
also with a science, an environmental zone,
Mm.
and lots of opportunity to kind of get involved. It takes place on the beach level, on the promenades, and in an area called Kensington Gardens. And
Ah, lovely.
beautiful. Yeah.
Mm, mm. Fantastic. So obviously it took place in 2019. I know we were both there, and from the backdrop, you can see it was absolutely fantastic weather, wasn't it? And we had over 30,000 people attend, which was phenomenal. Um, but what about the economic impact that the festival that weekend actually had on Lowestoft? Because I think businesses will be interested to hear about that.
Yes. I mean, in 2019, it was really interesting because I think when you do something for the first time, people are always a bit nervous, obviously,
Mm,
about how it's
mm,
going to go. And this is it's quite an innovative festival, having it on the beach, non-stop 24 hours. Obviously, like all festivals, there's a food and drink offer, accommodation, parking, all of those key things. And you know, we were challenged to begin with to get people to be part of the festival with us,
mm,
to bring food and drink traders to the festival.
mhm,
Um, Obviously, they're concerned about footfall and
mhm.
no track record and all of that sort of thing. So we were expecting about 10,000 people to come to the festival, and of course, we were bowled over by a much larger
Mm,
audience of sort of 30,000
mm,
plus over the 24 hours. And actually, what happened was that all of the food and drink providers
mm.
absolutely, so busy that
With a
they
roaring
ran out of
trade.
everything.
Yes.
They had to send for more supplies. The
Yeah.
hotels were all completely full.
Because
Half
I was going to ask you about that, Genevieve, about the visitors to the town, the accommodation.
Yes,
Did businesses
it,
notice an uplift?
yeah, a
Yeah.
massive uplift. There was a sort of top line economic impact report, done, and it showed really that there was almost a tenfold kind of return on
Mm,
investment for the festival. And a lot of that was to do with parking income, which was good. But yes, you
mhm.
couldn't get a room, and
Amazing.
the people who were involved as traders within the festival, it was extremely um, good, I think.
Yeah, fantastic. So for any hospitality businesses that may be watching this session, how can they get involved? How can they make the most of the festival that's coming up this year? Is there any advice you can give?
Well, on our website, on firstlightlowestoft.com, there is
Mhm.
a sort of apply to come and trade at the festival.
Okay.
And so if you are a festival trader, or you're
Mhm.
thinking of doing that, then get in touch with us. We're really
Mhm.
keen to have a local and regional offer. So
Mhm.
we want, businesses from the region to be at the festival. That's our ambition. Um, and also we want a really good mix. So
Mm.
yes, get in touch. If you're a accommodation provider, again, get in touch. We'll have links to places to stay. And that
Yeah.
could also be a bit further afield, because people might
Of course.
and want to do other things as well,
Yeah.
stay a little way
Yeah.
away, come to the festival. So
Yeah.
that would be good. If you're a Lowestoft business, I hope that the kind of, ripple effect will
Mm.
reach you. I'm sure it will. And you might want to do something with a First Light theme. You might want to think about,
Yes.
getting involved in your own way, with a
Yeah.
kind of, nod to the festival. I think that always goes down really well.
Yeah. And what about volunteering? Because obviously a lot of companies, as part of their corporate social responsibility, offer staff the opportunity to, volunteer, for example. So are there any volunteering opportunities at the festival? And how would people find out about that?
Yes, there are lots of volunteering opportunities at
Okay.
the festival. I mean, I think, as you know, Mary, putting on a big event, you rely
Mhm.
on a large amount of volunteers. Um, and if there are businesses who do that and give some of their staff the opportunity to volunteer, we'd be really grateful, because I'm sure there are a lot of extremely sort of accomplished people who could
Yeah.
do all sorts of things within
All
the
sorts of
sector.
experience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think the thing is that, I mean, we're very committed to running a very strong volunteer program at the festival. It's
Mhm.
something that, it impacts on kind of skills for young people. It
Mhm.
impacts on um, kind of community buy-in and community
Mhm.
cohesion, and also feeling ownership of the festival. There are
Mm.
so many benefits, I think, from volunteering.
Yeah.
I think people really know that now. Perhaps the
Yes.
last couple of years have showed it even more.
Yeah.
So, what you can do is, again, on our website,
Mhm.
firstlightstuff.com.
Well
Um,
done.
there is a link in there. I think it's something like get involved, or how to get
Yes.
involved, and
And
um,
am I right in thinking that it's going to be February that we do the official sort of call out for volunteers, but we'll
yeah,
just, if people can just keep on checking the website and follow us
absolutely,
on social channels, then yeah, but
yeah.
in February we'll be making an announcement. Fantastic. And Genevieve, you mentioned that obviously it's multi-arts, but with a science focus. And this year, I understand that there's going to be much more of a sustainability / environmental focus. Is there anything you can talk about, just a little bit about that? What's planned? I know obviously the programme isn't being launched until the end of March, so we're not going to reveal any secrets tonight, but yes, what's sort of planned for that sustainability focus?
Yes, I mean, I think our sort of environmental responsibility is something
Mm,
that's very, to the fore. And
mm,
we want to express that in various ways. So, actually,
mhm,
within our programming, there will be a zone which will be
mhm,
interrogating, kind of clean growth, and thinking about the road to net zero and low
mhm,
carbon living in a positive way,
mhm.
get people engaged, and also our own festival practices.
Yeah.
We will really be, looking at how we can kind of tread very lightly on our footprint on the beach and in
Mhm,
the town, that everything we do, we're thinking about it in a sustainable way. So when we're talking about, working with different traders, that will be something that we'll be talking about with them as well. Um, we'll be thinking about water usage, for example, at the festival, single-use plastic, that we will be,
Yeah.
discouraging, and also thinking about how
Yeah.
people will get to the festival. So transport as well. If you
Yeah.
come on the train, if you can walk, if you're actually living in the sort of, wider part of Lowestoft, cycle. That's really
Mm,
important, and I think valuing our environment is a sort of message that we will
mm,
really want to convey this year
mm,
and every year in the festival.
mm,
I
of
think
course.
I think we're all so much more aware of it now.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know from discussions we've had that, we really want to encourage people to travel sustainably, because where else can you get off the train and within 2 minutes be on the most fabulous beach at the most fabulous festival? So it's so accessible by public transport. And I know we do want to, really push that people travel in that way if they can.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Anything else that we've missed, Genevieve, that we want to tell all of the audience about First Light Festival? I think really the message is, as a business, if you're interested at all in either taking part, volunteering, any information that you need, please look us up, firstlightlowestoft.com, and get in touch with us.
I think the only other thing I would like to say is, if you are a business and would like to be associated with the festival, then
Right.
please do get in touch with us. We still have some room for people who might like to advertise their business through the festival, through our festival brochure and literature, or
Mm-hmm.
sponsor an area of the festival. So
I was going to say sponsorship opportunities we're still looking for. Yeah.
yes, absolutely. So
Okay.
if you can, do get in touch. We would love to hear.
Absolutely. We would love to talk to you. That's great. Thank you so much, Genevieve. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mary.